Hello everybody and welcome to the ITK Soccer Show. It is the 8th of October, and is that a gobble you hear in the background? Maybe the smell of Christmas dinner, or perhaps Thanksgiving if you're a Yank. No, it's just Daniel O'Carroll back from Turkey. How are you doing, Dan?
Hello.
So obviously,
Gobble.
gobble. We better talk about John. John's not here and he hasn't been...
He's got the best excuse I've ever heard to miss a show.
Yeah. Well, I think we've mentioned a few times on the air that one of the reasons he would be absent for most of our shows this year was because his wife was with child, and they've had the child.
Yes. And her name is Caitlin.
Okay, so congratulations,
Well
John
done,
and Sarah.
Well done.
And we might as well congratulate Sarah too.
And Sarah.
Yeah, she might have had a part to play.
I think Sarah, I suppose. Well, John probably had to drive her to the hospital.
Yeah, I know.
Just the way they used to do it. Like back in like the 50s, like 40s.
Horse and carriage?
No, like the man would like drop the wife to the hospital.
And then go to the pub.
And would go to the pub or go home, put his feet up. And he'd get a call. Or like whatever the fuck they used back then, carrier pigeon, and said, "Yeah, you can come in now."
Back when men were men, right?
It's like when Brexit and all that.
Yeah, proper men. Unlike me and you. Like I was thinking today. So I'm really excited about Doom coming out on November 22nd, and I'm going to see one of my favorite bands 2 days before as well. It's like going to be like an all-time great week of my life, like literally of my life. And I read something, and I had to read it 100 times before I believe they pushed Doom back to March 20th. And I was just thinking, like, what if Claire's pregnant or something by then? It's like I can't play that game. Right. And I went on Reddit, and I was like, all these guys going, "Oh, my kid's due before March 20th." And it's just like it's a game changer, you know.
Wait, is my sister /
no, she's not. What a way to tell you. And then I'll post
tell
it.
Everyone.
But I was just kind of like, oh man, I just, it's a game changer, because now, I guess the reason I'm talking about that is because now, you're an absolute dickhead if you're not there and being a good man about it, as opposed to going to the pub when they're in labour.
Oh, can I go to the pub?
What
Mark Corrigan did in Peep Show. He went to KFC. And then he went to the arcade. Then he went for a walk.
That was when he couldn't drive her to the hospital to begin with because he had lied about driving lessons.
So Jeremy had to drive, but then Jared tried to kill someone.
Yes.
He was having the affair with.
Yeah.
And then, so he was pissed, so she drove himself. And the greatest line of all time where Mark was like, "Don't worry, sofa, right behind you here if you need directions or tissues." That's great. I have no tissues and no idea where the fuck I am.
Yeah. I've seen that. Like I've never seen Peep Show sequentially.
It was one of the greatest episodes ever made of TV history.
I have. Well, that's very high praise. I have seen bits of it. It's probably something I should do. Tell me about this. In Turkey, right? Yes. What was the food like in Turkey?
No rashers, so I couldn't have my rasher sandwich with brown sauce, cheese, and a cup of tea.
Oh,
but it was actually very good for where we were. All inclusive, like you can get, like it's like.
Did you do that?
Oh yeah, all inclusive. Yeah.
Okay.
So breakfast, lunch, dinner, and then there was also a snack bar as well. So breakfast I had. I only discovered actually it was actually really nice. So sometimes actually the first few days I was absolutely so tired because I got no sleep. I left for the airport at 1:30 in the morning, so I was essentially up. And that previous day I was up at 7:15. So I was up nearly like 48 hours or something.
Why was it such a badly timed flight?
It was boarding was 5:15. It's obviously the first flight out of Dublin Airport. It's like Burger King wasn't open. I had to wait.
It's a disgrace.
Till 5 o'clock.
Did you set up camp?
It was just ridiculous. And then my dad wanted to go early because he said he was driving. He's not getting up at 3 to drive or 2 to drive. I was like, okay.
But 1 o'clock's acceptable. Like,
so it's like I still got a free lift to the airport. So I was very happy.
That's all right.
I was actually great. So for breakfast, I had an omelette made right there in front of me, ham and cheese. Then I found a toasty machine at the bottom, so I put ham and cheese in that. And then I had pancakes with chocolate sauce.
Okay.
And then for lunch, you get whatever. It was actually quite nice. Then you get. I was always hungry again.
Yeah.
So then about an hour later, then I went to the snack bar. We got a burger, chips.
Okay.
Get spaghetti or chicken nuggets, something.
Okay.
Then I'd have dinner.
So it wasn't like specifically the hotel you were in. It was kind of familiar food. It wasn't like Turkish cuisine.
No, well there was some other things like there was actually I did eat a fish with a head on it and a tail.
Oh.
No, I didn't eat the head or the tail for obvious reasons.
That's good.
But it was literally like there. It was actually lovely, and I don't like fish. I ate fish.
Yeah, I'm not mad on it.
It was actually quite nice.
Did you have
tried everything.
Did you have any genuine Turkish cuisine?
Not really. No. Well, there was Turkish, like salads and stuff.
I'd be interested.
There was a lot of tans out there, so like. It was very European food.
Yeah. They're catering to their audience. I just think I think when you're named after something that's edible. The
Well,
pressure's
I did
really
have turkey
on.
in Turkey, yes.
Did you really?
I did. It was very fatty.
I was almost trying to avoid asking.
It was very fatty.
What was the quality of the burger like over there?
No, I didn't have a burger, but I had lovely steak. I went to
Oh,
an
you did
Irish
have a burger?
restaurant run by an Irish woman, actually.
A bitch of a woman.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
And my partner actually knew her. Emma's dad knew her. At one
Right.
stage, actually, yeah.
Okay.
Because we
okay.
heard, oh yeah, someone moved out to the Bodrum area and opened up a restaurant. Found out her name.
Yeah.
And apparently, yes, knew her. So, well, I got lovely steak there. I got, what's the thing where you shared the meat? Chateaubriand?
I'm not
Is that
familiar.
it? I got that the first time. We back a couple of nights later, and I got a massive steak to myself. So it was a massive steak.
Yeah.
And I counted, there was like potatoes all around it. There was 20 potatoes on my plate, and I ate everything.
Oh wow.
So I know you don't like it, and you're going to go mad.
No, don't even mention mushrooms.
So I didn't have much room for that.
Yeah. Oh Jesus. Hey, listen.
So I had béarnaise sauce, pepper sauce, fried onions, vegetables. Unreal.
You remember?
I was actually stuffed.
What was our best meal when we went to New York for WrestleMania?
Probably the Popeyes chicken.
You fucker. It was Fogo de Chao.
Yeah, well, obviously. Yes.
Okay, so the last night.
No, it wasn't as nice as that now, but.
Well, here's this. The last night that we were in Portugal, we didn't know where to go to eat. And
Did you found one?
We walked down a side street, and my God, it was Fogo de Chao.
And was it as nice?
You see, you remember the salad bar
Yes.
that you get before they start coming over with their meats?
Yes.
Obviously, in America, it was very American.
I never turned my thing into red.
You did. Well, look, you try not to.
I think I turned it off when I had so much on my plate, but as soon as I had one bit of meat left, I turned it back over.
Well, here's the interesting thing, right? Their salad bar, like, do you remember there was cornbread in the American one?
Yes.
Their salad bar had loads of real Portuguese stuff.
Oh.
Like, it was what we noticed was it was the only place, and we're talking like
They love their rice in Turkey. Love their rice.
Rice, okay. But like in Portugal, especially in Praia de Rocha, like, it's ultimate touristy.
It's not Madeleine McCann territory.
It's close. We were the only non-Portuguese people in this restaurant, so that's how authentic it was, you know. And so like the sides were really wacky and stuff like that. But the most amazing thing was we paid for like this special card. It was green and red for goer stuff, but it had a special marker on it. So there was not one meat that you weren't to be served, and it was half the price of the standard meal in New York City.
Wow.
Same chain, but there's the variance.
Well, it's rare. I think we paid €50 for that. All you could eat.
That's really good.
Amazing food in New York.
Oh yeah, yeah. It was like
to be fair, that was actually
$55,
still very cheap for New York.
Yeah.
Considering I was eating a fucking meatball sub for like $15.
That's very true.
Like, so
It was
anyway,
the best.
Yeah,
it was
food
the
was
best
great
meal.
in Turkey. Really good, and it was a great holiday. And I actually got a really good tan. Will I show you my tan line?
I'd love it. I wish everyone else could see it. Please
I'll show you.
do know. I'd like
Right,
to. I'd like
here
you
we
to
go.
pull down your trousers. Thank you. That's pretty. There you go.
There's
It's pretty
me
good.
bum.
There it is. I can
I'm
confirm
sitting
those.
back down now, fully clothed.
How was how much football did you get to watch? Because we should talk about football maybe.
I got to watch a lot of it. So like I go to Emma like, I was like, look here, there's a match on in my match. She's like, oh yeah, should I go out? Like, you know, she didn't mind.
Yeah, yeah.
Because like she goes to all the sort of around the shops as well, so I didn't mind. But I actually went into a pub called Smiley's. We were there one night and actually had amazing. We were the only people in the place. It was a free pool table.
I love
Not
that.
a very good pool table, but it was free, so it's always
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
And then it was called Smiley's Bar, and the Bruce Springsteen. They had Aerosmith. They had Bon Jovi. It was real proper 80s stuff. It was really good, real proper 80s rock, really good stuff. And then we were only people in it, so we left then, and we came back. I think it was 2 days later, and I was like, well, Leeds are against West Brom. I don't know if we're going to find this because Champions League is on.
Oh,
so
tough, yeah,
I would always prioritise Leeds over any other match. That's just the way it is. I'm sure you're the same in Liverpool.
I was shocked when they were on. I accidentally turned on Sky Sports instead of BT, and I was like, what?
Yeah, well, EFL think they know if they put Leeds on, they'll still get an audience. So.
That's, I suppose, yeah.
So they a guy actually then he goes, no, I'm putting on Spurs match. You know, probably looking at it, there was 9 goals in that, and Spurs got hammered. So wouldn't have mind watching that in the end.
It's like my
But
favourite.
he actually put a
Champions League game in
stream of
years.
Leeds v West Brom on for me. He got a stream for it.
What a lad.
So yeah, everyone's really nice and sound over, and they won 1-0. So.
We won't jump too far back into the minutiae of the Champions League results from last week, but when European, I should say Europa League as well, when European football takes an interest in the scores that happen in the league that we're about to go through, we can mention it, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know, would you like to go in chronological order, or would you like to talk about the big...
You do whatever you want.
Okay, right, we will go in chronological order, and we can jump back and forth between Champions League and ramifications as we go on. Burnley versus Everton, Jeff Hendrick scoring, Seamus Coleman being sent off. That was the...
Mixed day for Ireland, but in that match. But Marco Silva, I can't believe he's still in the job. And
Yeah.
I've always backed them until this season. It's like, what is going on? Like, they're not getting better.
No.
Like, it's like...
It's not a
give
bad
them-
squad on paper as well.
It is... I thought so they'd finish 7th.
No, I chose Brendan's.
Yeah, you to be
Brendan's
fair,
Spurs.
that I really wish I picked Leicester, but
Yeah.
no, to be fair with Everton, like, they've actually got a decent team. But, like,
Well.
they've conceded 22 set pieces in a year and a half or something.
Okay, sorry.
Over 2 years
I
from-
look, we don't need to talk about this. I chose a random 3 o'clock kickoff there. I'm sorry, I didn't see it at the top of my page. Was
No, but I'm
creased.
just saying in general, though, like, it's
Yeah.
actually...
We need to talk about the
shocking.
Spurs Brighton thing.
Well,
So after the Champions League defeat, yeah, there was an awful lot of talk about, and I really don't want to talk about it too much, but people are saying obviously that there's 2 camps in Spurs because there might have been a personal disagreement.
well the rumour is that Vertonghen went after Eriksen's misses.
Yeah,
Now,
yeah.
I don't know how true that is, but something is definitely going on.
Pictures of the press conference for the Champions League game of Vertonghen with a
Black
eye.
Yeah.
Harry Kane supposedly had a go, and
Kane apparently punched Vertonghen or something.
so a lot of people are saying that like one of the reasons Eriksen really wanted to leave during the summers because that's when he found out.
No, I think, but he wanted to go anyway.
Well, I'm sure.
Well, like, if you
I'm
look
sure
at the
he
way
wanted to go
Spurs
more.
were, like, Danny Rose wanted to leave for, 3 years now? How long has he wanted to go to Man United for?
Yeah, I suppose.
You know,
but like
once
whatever.
Kyle Walker left that club, it was like, wait a minute, he's on like double the money we're on, and
Yeah.
he's not much better than us, even though he's actually probably worse.
Okay, look.
Trippier left, he got a good like,
yeah.
but like if you look at all the players who've gone, they're all doing okay.
Yeah.
Like, and I think the big person actually they're missing. I've always criticised the midfield. I don't rate Dyer. I don't rate Ali. I think they're both shit. To be honest, I think they're both, and I've constantly said that for years. The main man they lost in that midfield was
Eriksen?
Moussa Dembele.
Oh, really? Well,
Of
hold
course,
on.
he
Like
was-
that was 2 seasons ago, though. For all
I'm just
intents
saying
and
though, they
purposes.
never replaced that.
For all intents
They've
and purposes.
replaced it with Moussa Sissoko and Ndombele, who
Well, in
is
Ndombele,
useless.
yeah.
He doesn't know what he's at. Like,
Is this what you put it down to? Because here's why I ask. When we did our predictions at the start of the year, nobody like gave a
I think
second.
we all said third or fourth.
This
first.
nobody gave a second thought to anything but third, and
Yeah.
now it's like they have. It's a huge fall.
But the first game of the season against Aston Villa, though, they were pretty bad until Eriksen came on, and like Eriksen, they should let him go to Madrid. He's not happy. Let him go.
Well, especially now it looks well.
Like-
Who is to know?
You know, I think if any player's not happy, let them go. But I heard actually apparently Pochettino wanted to get rid of half of these guys last summer.
Yeah.
Not summer just gone. Literally like over a year ago.
Yeah.
I think he wanted to get rid of Rose. Aurier he knew wasn't working out. Eriksen he was happy to go. I think Alderweireld, because that's been going on for about a year and a half as well.
Sure.
I think it was in his contract. If no one comes in and buys him
Who
by
was-
August,
who was dropped
he
in
had
the
to sign a
first?
new contract. It was an automatic
Okay.
clause. So this sort of shit going on.
Who
like,
was dropped in the first game of the season? Was it Alderweireld or Vertonghen?
Vertonghen.
It was. Oh, yeah,
It's
yeah.
Vertonghen and Eriksen.
But nobody. Yeah.
So you see, it's this thing. There's something going on. I don't know if it's the wife thing or what, but like,
Sure.
I don't think it is, to be honest. But like, there's definitely something going on, and I think if Pochettino leaves,
Well, he says he wants to stay there for 5 more years.
not if Real Madrid come calling.
It's a weird. It's
if
a
Real
very,
Madrid come calling, possibly with Zidane. Now I know they're Madrid are top of the league, but
Yeah.
that's another shit show as
Well,
well.
we can get to that, but like the thing is, it's very rare for a manager in a top position to be so blunt and go, "I would like another 5 years here."
Well, he'd be given it by Levy, like.
I'm sure he would, but the thing is, it's almost weird to drum up that kind of hope.
But I've always said that
You know.
continuity is a good thing, and I was like, continuity's good, but it's kind of getting to a stage now where it's like, okay, like these players aren't young anymore. Like Eriksen's 29 now.
Mm-hmm.
Like Alderweireld and Vertonghen are in their 30s. Lloris is in his 30s.
Lucas Moore must be about 28.
Rose is about 31, maybe 30.
He can't be.
Rose must be
I
about 30.
refuse to believe that.
Like, well, he made his debut in 2009.
With that goal. Oh yeah.
So, I mean, no, like, you know what I mean?
I
So,
don't
like, I don't know. It's just, they needed a bit of, obviously, looking back, they definitely needed something, but there's a possibility Poch could walk if things don't go.
I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know. Like,
But
that
Spurs will be fine. They've got they invest in new training ground, a new stadium. They'll be fine. But they're in a mess at the moment.
I have nothing against the team, right? But
Well, they're not. They've
thoroughly enjoyed that Bayern
Pochettino
game.
under the bus.
No,
which
no,
is
no,
a disgrace.
What I mean is, I don't
because
have a
given
hatred towards
he's made
Spurs.
every single one of them players.
Oh, I know. No, what I'm saying is, I don't have a hatred towards them, right? But I had a great kick. It's just a great kick in
It
the
is
Champions
hilarious.
League when you see a team do that to another big team.
Losing 7 goals at home.
Oh my god.
and like Bayern.
But Bayern look good. Like this Phil playing his actual role in number
Serge
10.
Gnabry. See, Gnabry tweeted,
look,
London
Gnabry
is red. And like all the Arsenal players, like Wiltshire was retweeting it and all. Ramsey was retweeting it. It's like, oh,
glory
God.
days. Right? No, but he looked amazing. Like
Gnabry was
as good at Champions
by
League.
Wenger.
Yeah.
He's got rid of. He got rid of a guy called Jeff Rene Adelaide. I think his name.
Look
you're
at
the young fella.
Look at that performance compared to Pepe. It's unbelievable.
I don't know what's going on with Pepe. It's really wild. Like he has. I think he got.
He'll be a flop, my friend.
80 million flop.
How much was St. Maximum?
Maximum.
Yeah.
Well, he's not better than Pepe.
He ran the fucking show in the United game. We'll get
that
to
was,
it.
Say Maximum is like
he
ran the
he ran
no
the fucking
idea
show,
what
Daniel.
he's doing. Like,
Oh, he dribbled past like 25
I
people
saw
over
that.
the course of the game.
But like, you don't know what he's.
I love him.
He's an ultimate headless chicken.
Oh, he was fucking brilliant. Anyway, so whatever about the Champions League game, like that's all had at this stage. Any takeaway specifically from the Brighton
Connolly,
game?
obviously.
Yeah.
Like, he's called up the Irish team now. We'll get onto that later. But
So what's his lineage? Where did he come from?
he's from Galway.
And where did he play his football first?
I think he was with Salt Hill, I think.
So he didn't play in the League of Ireland main division?
I don't think so, no.
Oh my God, right. Okay.
He was picked up, but like I saw him, he came on, it was 2 weeks ago. Who did Brighton play 2 weeks ago? I think they got a draw, and he looked really good. He got a lob, and it was cleared off the line. I can't remember who was against, but he looked brilliant.
Yeah.
Really good movements. He reminds me so much of Robbie. Like,
Sure.
He's in under-21s. Under-21s have like Ada, Parrott, Obafemi, himself. Under-21s have amazing strikers. None in the main team, but he's been called up. Like, there's a possibility he could start next week. But like, it's,
yeah.
Like, he's the first Irish teenager to score 2 since Robbie with Coventry in '99.
Yes, I heard that stat.
So it's like, it's amazing that he's actually getting a chance, and he's up front with Mopé, and they look really good.
Yeah. Liverpool-Leicester, Brendan's return to Merseyside, so that was a lot of fun. A lot of build-up and great times. No fucking pundit or commentator could help themselves being like, oh, I wonder if the rent is going to be late now, because of Klopp and Brendan in the house and all that. But the real story of this game, and we can go into the details if we want, but the real story of this game is kind of the arc of Liverpool's week, which is slowly turning in to late era Ferguson United.
It's constant, these late goals.
Yeah.
And also, can I say, it was a penalty.
And conceding as well.
It was a penalty.
I agree. I'm glad you said that.
It was a penalty. I don't know why people saying it was. He stood on his foot. He went down. He stood on his foot.
People seem to think that
like,
slow motion makes thing a delayed reaction.
But you also
slow motion.
But you don't also have to go down.
Yeah.
If someone stands on your foot in the box, it's a foul.
Yeah.
Like if it puts him off his stride at all, just he throws himself to the ground because he knows he might get a penalty from that.
Yeah.
But the only thing is Pepe. Do you see Pepe getting taken out by I think it was Peters for Burnley?
Sure.
Not Burnley. Who were they against? Arsenal were against Bournemouth. It was
yeah.
Diego Rico, I think, fouled him, and like he went straight through past him, and like he was kicked. There's a lot of decisions that have been real bogey. I think the main issue of people is like they're given this one, which could have gone the other way, but I in my view was, and I'm not a Liverpool fan. But
so the game was like the main man Sadio Mane, as Virgil van Dijk calls him, scored 40 minutes. I still tip for top scorer. Then James Maddison, who would be my current favourite English player.
He is unreal.
He has it
if
all.
England don't base their team around him, I honestly mean that he's 21. He is like so.
There's no other
streets
candidate
ahead of Dele Alli was in number 10.
There's no other candidate for number 10.
Streets ahead of Jesse Lingard, number 10.
Yeah.
Of all these guys who've been prompted up for years,
Yeah.
who are actually, wait a minute, they're actually not that good.
Yeah. He's
this
brilliant.
guy, this guy's the real deal, honestly.
And then Milner
100%.
taking the penalty in the 95th minute after Sadio Mane
He was
went
17 out of 18, isn't it?
Yeah, it's incredible.
You do get a lot of penalties, though, to be fair. You do.
Do you think so?
Yeah,
well, we get quite a bit.
But like, I still think though you will win the league, and I think
we'll get to that. It's the defense is a concern. Like that's
defense
four goals conceded at home in 1 week. And
you'd rather have your defense or City's defense.
Well,
no comparison.
Look, all I'm
City's
saying
defense
is
awful.
There's no reason why our defense should not be similar to last year in terms of clean sheets.
It doesn't really matter in terms of...
It does in a tight game, Dan.
You're 8 points clear.
It feels like we're going back 2 seasons. I know,
Neil, you're 8 points clear.
All I'm saying is it's weird that...
You've conceded more home goals, all right.
Yeah,
but you're
Van Dijk.
further in front than you were last season.
Look, it's after seeing Van Dijk be one way for a year, it's weird to see these things slipping through the cracks. That's all I'm saying.
Well, do you want,
You'd want it to last
think
forever.
Liverpool will win the league
Why do you think Liverpool win the league?
because they're 8 points clear,
We were last year as well.
but they had a few games in hand.
Yeah, but still.
Okay. Now, I'm going to go through these. If you disagree with me, that's fine.
Okay.
I think you're a bit of a lucky team.
Okay.
I think the VAR calls are going your way.
There's only been 2.
I think you're getting the look in the right time. I think there's been a few brain farts and stuff by players, like Danny Ings missing an open goal.
Yeah.
Even the they didn't clear. It was I can't remember. Was it Evans or something like? No, it was Albrighton. Let it run. It's like the keeper gets like just whack it out of play.
Yeah.
Do you
Yeah.
know what I mean? It was stupid. Like it's just these things seem to be happening for Liverpool in their favour. Now, again, look, write it all you want. Now. I'm not taking it away from you.
Yeah. No.
I think Man City's plethora of injuries is going to catch up with them.
Yeah.
De Bruyne, like when he's not playing, they're a completely
Yeah,
different team.
but Dan, they won the league last year and they barely had him.
I'm just saying, though,
Do you know?
he's 9 assists already this year.
Yeah.
And
Well,
we're in
look, I'm
October.
not saying he doesn't add to it, but they've proven they can
You've
do
got a
without
winning
him.
mentality with 17 wins in a row.
It's absurd.
You've won the Champions League in that time.
That's true.
Klopp has brought this thing. You only lost one game last year, was against Man City. So that'll be my other thing. You lost one game last year. You have to lose 3 more this season.
Yeah.
And the Premier League is not good. The
But-
Premier League is really bad.
Well, we do have to play
if you
City twice, and that's
But-
huge.
City have to win both of those games and are still behind you.
And you wouldn't fancy them not to as well, though. I
I'd fancy you guys at the moment, 100%.
think. Okay, let's move on.
And I've got one more thing as well.
All right, sorry.
There's no other good team in the Premier League who I don't think you can take enough points off you. But the way City are playing and defending, I think they can take points off them. Right?
Sure. Okay.
They have a lot more weaknesses at the moment.
Yeah.
And the last thing is, I think Man City's priority this season is to win everything. But if they're to win one, it is not the Premier League, it is to win the Champions League. And I think your priority is to win the Premier League.
I don't think they're going to sacrifice anything for anything, though.
They're not going to sacrifice it, but if it's 8 points...
Like two changes
if
here
it's
from midweek.
February or March and you're still 7 or 8 points ahead, and
Okay.
they've got a big Champions League game...
Dan, if we're 8 points ahead in March, yes, okay.
But I'm just saying, no, but it could come down to that. I don't see you guys dropping points.
Well, let me put it this way, right? 2 changes.
Like, unless
from
Man United absolutely spring something on his
Look,
2 weeks'
let's
time,
just jump to City now. 2 weeks, 2 changes from the game midweek, and one of them was forced because Mendy is injured again. Can you believe it? All right. So the whole idea of them prioritizing one over the other certainly isn't taking place now. We can both agree with that.
No, but I think if you offered the owner Champions League or a Premier League...
I know, of course, because they're spoilt with Premier League titles. This Wolves game, right? This is unbelievable. Wolves were in Turkey, Dan, the same time you were.
They were, yeah.
Wolves were in Turkey on fucking Thursday.
Yeah.
And they went to Manchester City. They went to the Etihad. And my main man scored 2 goals.
Yeah.
This was an unbelievable
But
performance.
he's the best man to bring off the bench. He has to be like...
Played through the centre as well.
Well, that's all you have to do. Just knock it long for him. Like.
Yeah, and Jimenez was great in kind of a support striker role for all those breaks. What should be noted here is like when Bernardo Silva came on, City looked like Man City in the second half.
I don't think Mahrez is great. I don't think he is.
Okay,
I think he's like not good enough for that attack.
he definitely shines against the bottom half teams.
Like Wolves always did very well against the big teams last year. They actually did very well against City.
Sané's injured, yeah.
Who?
Sané's injured.
Sonny's injured.
Okay, go on.
He's out for possibly the year. Laporte is out for 6 months.
Yeah.
Mendy's out for God knows when. I think the De Bruyne thing, he's a lot worse than people are making him out to be.
Okay.
Stones is out.
Yeah.
Like they've major issues. They've major issues.
Can I just say one thing though about just for those people who watch highlights only or whatever? So David Silva hits the bar. Bernardo Silva comes on second half. Sterling second half. Like they're doing a Man City on it. 9.9 times out of 10, if they need a goal, they get it when they're doing that all out attack stuff. Wolves were by far the best team in the first half.
No, they could have scored 1 or 2. Like
They meant to
Otamendi's
lose
defending.
balls. Like there was 3 times where it was
They got through.
Jimenez 1-on-1 or something like that, or maybe not Jimenez, but
like this
shared.
Man
anyway.
City thing, like they've been like they were shocking against Norwich. I think it's a bit of cockiness as well. I don't think Pep has them going as much. I think there's the games like the Spurs game, for example. They should have beaten Spurs 5-0. Like they honestly could have beaten them 5-0.
Yeah,
and they drew that with in theory it was the right call, but they should have had a penalty first half and did the bar a couple of times. Stuff like the City aren't getting the breaks when they need it, but they're also not helping themselves. Like they're playing badly. And the Norwich game, the first 10 minutes of the Norwich game, we talked about this before, they were very slack and they were very cocky and there were a few bad passes. They really didn't seem motivated at all. Against Wolves, I was thinking, look, Wolves are against the Europa League. They'll have a hangover after that. They'll be tired. But it's something like, they actually did really well against City last year. They also beat them in I think it was the Asian Cup.
Well, didn't Wolves
they beat them in pre-season.
Wolves had the best record against big teams last year.
Wolves,
or
I
top
was
6
thinking,
teams.
like, if Wolves can keep this game 0-0 with City's fragile defence, they'll get a go with them. Like,
well, they put a run together.
I didn't think they'd win it, but I go, this is actually going to be tougher than even the Everton game.
Yeah,
Everton, who were shit, could have got a draw on that.
Well, they put 4 wins together now after a really hard start, and it was a very hard start. Their first game was in like the start of July or something.
Yeah,
it was like when we faced Total Network Solutions. They had to play like 1 million games to get to where they were. Slight exaggeration. Okay, let's just jump back to Saturday.
So do you not think Liverpool won the league right now?
Look, listen,
right now.
I can't.
Yes should be the answer.
Oh, here's the thing, right?
If they don't do it this year, they will never get a better chance of winning it.
Okay, look. At the end of the day, I don't disagree with what you said, but the overriding factor remains. It's October.
But it's also your winning team. Klopp has won stuff with you.
A winning team who are leaking more goals than they did last year.
City are leaking more goals.
I know, but what if they fix that?
They can't
leak
fix
first.
it.
Okay.
How can they fix it? They can't fix it till January.
Yeah.
And as John said a couple of weeks ago, Vincent Kompany could go back there.
Well, that would be something else, wouldn't it? All right. Anyway, okay, let's move on. Aston Villa and Norwich. So like Norwich, right? The story of Norwich in the Premier League this year is we will play the same way we played last year. Okay, I just think it's the familiarity of coming up against a really tough opponent. They seemed like they were starstruck playing a team that they've played the last few years.
But it was so weird. Like people are giving out, you can't play like that in the Premier League, and then they play like that against City. Oh, that's really good. Then they play against Villa. You can't do that in the Premier League. It's it's utter nonsense. Like they've got a style of football. They've done well so far. They will go down, I think. They are going to keep playing as they can. If Pukki doesn't score, they're not going to get many.
Yeah,
it's as simple as that. And Villa, to be honest, pressed them well. But if fair, 4 of like Villa's goals were like unreal. Like they actually, I think the last 3 were all 25-yard screamers, and they missed a penalty.
It was outrageously entertaining.
Still got a lot of injuries and stuff. And I think Villa. I think they're probably a bit better than what the table suggests. So,
anything to be said about Watford versus Sheffield United?
No, Sheffield are great at getting 0-0s, but I'm not surprised by that. I think they went 11 games last year without conceding a goal in the Championship. Yeah, it was like insane. Like the back 3 they have, like they're really good. O'Connell, Egan, they might put Basham in there. Like it's
Doug Basham.
It's really good, really good.
The London derby everyone forgets about. West Ham, who've kind of put together this weird identity of a team that should finish top 10 against Palace. Palace ended up winning. Palace are weird, aren't they? They either scrape out a victory or they get hammered. Yeah, it's one or the other.
West Ham, like everyone's saying top 10 or top 6 or 7 or
whatever. Don't listen to those people.
No, but this is like
top 6.
This is like a thing where it's like you should be beating. Now I know Palace are actually really good away from home. Like they're actually brilliant away from home.
Yep.
But it's like you should be beating Palace at home. Like even Spurs knocked 5 past them or something,
Yeah.
Bring it back to them. But
was the penalty a penalty?
Yeah.
Okay.
And Ayew's goal was a correct call by VAR to allow the goal.
Yes, it was. Was he onside? Yeah.
He was onside. But why was the flag up?
Because they're told not to put the flag up.
But he had it up.
So it's everything wrong there.
Because we're saying, like, unless it's like he's like
that's human error.
A million miles. It's like for example, the Aubameyang one the other day when who was it? It was Saka, I think, won it, and he played Aubameyang on. The ref put up his flag. He was 5 yards onside, and Twanjabi was literally a yard away from the linesman.
Yeah,
it's like standard officiating is shocking.
You can't be putting up your flag at all.
But VAR again, I still think is causing more issues.
I love VAR.
Like, well, that's what I'm saying. It's
no. I've said I love VAR forever.
I think VAR was good in the World Cup because they ran over the TV and they go, actually, wait a minute, we're wrong here. In the Premier League, I guarantee you, Sky Sports and BT or whoever, probably more Sky in the Premier League, have said you were not running over there and slowing down our great British game.
Well,
I guarantee
they have done it. The TVs are there.
They haven't used them.
It has been used.
By who?
It was used on the first week. The TV.
I don't think it was.
Dan, the TV is there.
No, I don't think it was used.
I think it has been used. I've seen it used at least once. But
I don't remember.
They're treating it. They're treating it basically to not slow the game down. They're treating it like rugby, where he'll just let other people decide. But it is under the official. The official. If VAR comes back inconclusive, the official can then go for a second look himself.
But they never. But they just don't ever get the right call on it. But what they should be doing as well is, I think, on the big screen, they should put up the replays. And I think they should hook the ref up to a mic.
Like in rugby, where you can hear the ref.
Go like, what do you see? Just check the offside. Was there contact in the box? Was it a penalty?
Well, that would make it very dramatic.
But I'm just saying, like, you can actually hear what they're saying. And I think as well for the fans, because they sometimes don't know what the hell's going on. At least if they knew VAR check for offside, then at least everyone go, oh, maybe he was offside. Let's think of the goal myself, or at least that they know what they're checking. Because they sometimes say it's gone to VAR and then it says no goal. It's like, why was it a goal? Like, because you might be behind the goal the other side of the stadium. You can't see it. Yeah.
It's another case where a lot of the grounds do replay it, but a lot of them only can put up.
Well, Liverpool and Manchester United are only two grounds that don't, but I'm sure they can.
Yeah,
I'm sure multi-million clubs like that would be able to sort some sort of screen out, or some sort of even announcer or something say it.
I think they had that once.
Even the announcer go VAR check for goal for offside.
There's nothing stopping them.
Like, just some sort of communication, I think would be a little bit better. And I think that would help the process.
Back over to Sunday, your favourite defender was the difference between Arsenal and Bournemouth. David Luiz on 9 minutes.
Yeah. They were lucky again, Arsenal.
Yeah.
Arsenal third.
I know.
Everyone's saying, like, Emery out. It's like,
With no Lacazette. I'd love to know where they'd be without the Aubameyang goals.
The issue is, where is Ozil? Like, it's getting shocking that he's not even in the subs bench.
Well, we know why he wasn't there at the start of the season.
Yeah,
because of the feud with London
he's either
gang.
I said this before. He's either like depressed, and he's struggling to actually be able to get out.
Could it not be as simple as Emery just not fancying him? That's what it seems.
He's on 300 grand a week, and he's not making the bench. Surely he's better than fucking Reece Nelson or Martinelli, the other young fella that Argentinian they bought. Or like, come on, like.
Okay.
Surely he's good enough for Arsenal's bench.
You would think.
He's only played in the Carling Cup and he played 70 minutes of Europa League, and that's it.
Yeah.
And I think he played one game. He played the Watford game. And they yanked him off on that.
It might be a case now that because he missed so much at the start of the season, and he might be traumatized because he was in a blood feud with the London gang. But that's what I'm saying.
Like, those guys got arrested, by the way.
Did they?
Yeah. But
the guys who tried to rob the car.
The guys who were threatening him.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
But it's just weird. Like, surely, like, we know his quality. We know he has got big faults. But we know he has got the intelligence to play those vertical passes to Aubameyang, which would be absolutely lethal. Yes. And we know that. Yeah. So, look, and in fairness, Arsenal's best player is Guendouzi, who I always liked.
Yeah. Where did Mkhitaryan go?
Where?
Roma, right?
Roma.
Sorry. Okay. Southampton and Chelsea. Tammy, Mason Mount, Kante, and Batshuayi got goals.
Completely forgot he was there.
Yeah, you do, right? That he's back from.
Good win for Chelsea. To be honest, at the moment, Chelsea seem. I know they're not. They actually seem definitely the third best team in the league.
I agree. No, I
don't like Lampard, but again,
they're
I honestly
playing for their coach.
I honestly think, though, the standard of the top two are absolutely so far ahead of the rest of the league. Like, there's actually a possibility Arsenal not great, Chelsea's still very unconvincing. Like, they don't keep clean sheets. Man United are a mess.
Yeah,
and who we'll get onto. And Arsenal, they're very flaky. Spurs, obviously, they're conceding thousands of goals.
Sure.
There is actually a possibility this top six could be broken again properly. Like, one or two teams could come in there.
I would say only Leicester.
But the way they're going, though, there's no absolute reason why.
Well, I guess United could definitely fall out too, couldn't they? Or where are United now? Are United like 13th or something?
They're 2 points out of relegation. It's only 9 games in. Whatever.
Yeah, but it's right.
No, but I'm just saying though. Like, I think at the moment it's Chelsea are doing quite well for Lampard, but again, it's very early days with him, and I think
you could see Chelsea definitely getting top four.
Yeah. But again, it's more of the detriment of the other teams.
Yeah, it's more because
Chelsea are very lucky that they're in a situation the other teams are shite. It reminds me very much of Leicester's winning season.
Yes.
So maybe you guys might win
it. Newcastle and United. Newcastle were so good in the first half, and and Longstaff, who
Watched
eventually
it, yeah.
scored the goal. Longstaff, who eventually scored the goal, hit the post in the first half, and then scored in the second half in his debut.
Man United were like, first half, they were like,
Yeah.
That's all they are. They're like, they don't really look like conceding many, but they do not look scoring at all.
No, not at all.
Like,
Harry Maguire missed an open goal.
he had a great chance, but other than that, like, the midfield, McTominay and Fred, I actually think McTominay's okay.
Yeah.
Fred is just
Fred was horrific.
useless. Pereira, who I think he's got a decent delivery and stuff like that. Like, he's been played out wide. He's not on a strike.
No.
Rashford, like, is getting away with murder. Now, I think he, honestly, Gary Neville said afterwards that these young players, they need to be taken out of the team to be protected. And, like, obviously then, like, but say in Alex Ferguson's day, like, you take Neville out of the team, like, say Irwin went right back, or Paul Parker went right back, or say Scholes had a break, he'd put Ince in, or Nicky Butt was a few years older than him, and you'd have Roy Keane in there, and Robson or someone like, you know, you had these guys go, look, this is the future. But, you know, now, but fair, Rashford's played, 4 years on the trot forever. He's not a centre forward. He's a winger.
Yeah.
He's a winger.
I just don't think he's good enough in any way.
No, I don't. I think he's got potential.
But he's
only
had
21.
potential for years.
He's still only 21.
Is he really only 21?
He's still only 21.
I thought he was a little older than that.
I think he's only 22.
Okay.
So he's still quite young, it's fair to him. And he's had a different manager nearly every year, which hasn't helped.
No, it does stunt the growth.
But he's, I think the way it is for Man United is, like, they've no one else to put out there. And talking about Solskjaer getting sacked, like, how far do you actually... The question is, we all know Solskjaer's probably not the right man. You all could have said that last season when he was given the job. I found it hilarious. Like, they should have waited for Pochettino.
Yes.
Allegri was out of a job. There was guys there, you know...
You still think Pochettino would have taken it?
He would have.
I don't know.
Oh, he would have, definitely.
I don't know.
Anyway, well, Pochettino was very dejected after the Champions League finals, you know.
He said it made him want to stay.
He didn't go back with Spurs to London after the Champions League final.
Where did he go? He went back to Argentina?
He went back to Barcelona.
Oh.
By himself.
Okay.
And he says, I don't want to be with the team.
Well, that's
no, but
not
he seemed very dejected though. Anyway, it's a different story. But I think they could have got him if they pushed.
He's 21.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I think, how far do you go with Solskjaer before you say enough is enough? Do you say to him privately, I don't care what happens this year, if we finish 7th, if we finish 10th, you are getting a full season and we'll evaluate it then.
Yeah.
Or do the board panic and do what they do every year and go, wait a minute, we're 8th here and we're in January. We're 7 points off Arsenal, who are 4th. When did they say enough is enough? When can they actually make a point and go, like, in my view,
December.
they shouldn't sack him because they have made a plan of going, you're going to be our guy, we're giving you a contract, and they are going down somewhat of a new phase, right? However, he's not the guy to do that. But if you back a man, it's like the Moyes situation. They gave him an 8-year contract, whatever the hell, 7-year contract, whatever it was.
Yeah.
They sacked him after 9 months. Like, in my view, it was ridiculous to sack him.
Yeah.
But even though he shouldn't have been managed in the first place. But you can't give a guy a long contract. It's like Mourinho. They gave him 3 years and then sacked him 6 months later.
Yeah.
Like, it's the people at the top who are making these decisions.
Look,
Solskjaer is like, you know, he's not good enough. He's not.
Well, then
I feel sorry for him.
Well, you have to make the change then, Dan. You can't just wait for his fucking contract to expire.
But so what happens then? Who do you get in now then? Do you get Allegri in?
It has to be someone available. And did Allegri not come out and say that he's taking English lessons?
As far as I'm aware, but
he said he's basically kind of flirting with them.
But who do you if you get Allegri in there?
Sure.
Allegri will come in with those players and go, right, I want to play 3 at the back, hypothetically.
Okay,
right.
That'd be pretty tough. They do have a lot of defenders.
Like, you know, I don't know.
Bally, Lindelof, and Maguire.
Twan Shabby is. I like him, actually. He's all right. But they're not... It's the same group of players. It's the same issues. It's the same thing that they're going to be overpaying for players.
Sure.
They've got players there who don't want to be there. They've got the Pogba situation.
They haven't overpaid in a while. Like, you know, like the Lukaku thing could be looked at as an overpayment. But what did they get? They lost 5 million, right?
Something. Yeah, like they made
85 and they sold him for 80.
And Sanchez's wage. Yeah, no, they in terms of business sense, they did okay this summer, but they didn't.
But they haven't done the Di Maria and the Falcao and the stuff recently. Anyway, tell me about this Derby County scandal. Move away from Premier League for a moment.
Well, essentially, we all probably know about it. Richard Keogh, Bennett, and Lawrence were all Mason Bennett and Lawrence were arrested, and Richard Keogh's career is more than likely over. He's out for 15 months because his knee was falling out.
Now, were all of them drunk?
Yeah, so essentially...
And who was
there
driving?
was a Derby County, which, by the way, this has got no fucking media thing. If this is fucking Leeds, it's Spygate. It was everywhere.
Yeah, it's... well, okay.
This is a lot worse than Spygate.
Yeah, well, okay,
It is
look,
now.
it's a different kind of
This
worse.
is also very illegal.
It's a different kind of worse.
A different worse?
Yeah.
It's a lot worse.
No, what I mean is...
worse.
Okay, obviously there is individual fault here of the worst kind.
Yeah.
But it's just kind of more sensational when the man...
I think it
there's
hasn't got half as much drama. It
spies.
hasn't got enough drama as fucking a man standing in a public road. No, sorry, an intern who was 18 looking at a public road.
What does his age have to do with it? I still hear he was the best note taker at the club.
He was, yeah.
Okay.
And also we'll talk about the Lampard lying to the press saying he had bolt cutters when he didn't at all. But anyway, it's fine. It's fine. The media darlings, they don't have their way. Anyway.
Bolt cutters. I forgot about that. Sorry, go on.
Said that.
I forgot about that.
You had fucking, what do you call them things he cut plants with?
I don't...
Secures or something? Secures?
I don't know.
Something, yeah, like they cut like thorns off
Why did he have them?
so he could get into the bushes.
Okay.
But they weren't bolt cutters.
It wasn't... as long as it was foliage and not metal he was cutting.
Anyway.
It's grand.
Well, bolt cutters is a bit different.
I don't want
now,
to get
isn't
on
it?
this. I hate getting on this.
Okay.
Let's just say
Anyway.
let's say you're far away and you're
Okay.
looking
Lawrence,
at the... Hold on. Tom.
Okay.
Let's say you're far away and you're looking at the intern. You could mistake them for bolt cutters. It's literally the same shaped item.
No. Lampard said, "Oh, I've been talking to the police and everything."
Yeah.
They said they had bolt cutters, and then the Derbyshire police said there was no bolt cutters there. He's been released. He did nothing wrong.
All right. Okay.
Anyway, so
yes,
it was a lion prick, big
Okay.
fucking Tory bastard.
I'm
Anyway,
sure. I'm sure he is.
Okay,
right.
so Derby were having a night out, a planned team night out. Bennett, Lawrence, and Keogh decided to stay, and
Yeah.
Keogh was the captain.
Yeah.
He's been captain there for years, and essentially there was all cars lined up outside at 8 or 9 o'clock for them to bring them home.
Yep.
They told them all to fuck off. We're
Yep.
staying out.
Mhm.
He had the Derby County credit card bill, which went up to 2,300. He bought everyone drinks and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Crazy. Bennett and Lawrence then apparently they were all taking I think they're all on coke and so. I think Mason Mount was out there as well. Bradley Johnson, he used to be with Derby.
Okay.
He was out there as well. So there's probably other few footballers and friends and stuff like that. Probably
Sure.
know.
Sure.
But again, they in theory didn't do anything wrong. But they were taking Valium and diazepam and stuff like that.
Oh wow. Okay.
While off their heads. Mason Bennett apparently couldn't tell you his... No, he's the one who destroyed the jacks. Like getting projectile vomiting everywhere.
Sure. Okay.
Tom Lawrence couldn't remember his name, and Richard Keogh was like falling all over the place.
Okay.
Anyway, they decided to go home, and Bennett and Lawrence had a car each.
Right.
So they parked obviously to the pub or the premises.
Yeah.
Bennett was in the first car with Keogh in the back, and it was all like training gear and cones and all that sort of stuff. Anyway, what happened then was they were going over a hill, and Bennett was going slow because he was like, "Whoa, I'm really pissed." But Lawrence came speeding up behind him because he didn't know he was over the hill, and then he whacked into him and totaled both cars and both went into his poles and everything. So they both got out, shook up after it. They walked to their mate's house that they were going to get more beer. It was only around the corner, and they got there and go, "Oh yeah, there's been a big incident. I think we just crashed and everything. I remember." And then they go, "Where's Richard Keogh? Was he not with you as well?" Oh yeah, he was. Where is he then? It's like, and then they go, "Oh shit, he's in the car." So they went back and got him. They walked back and got him, and then the police and ambulance service were already there, like, and he was unconscious in the back. And
Is this true? They forgot he was in the car.
Yes.
Holy shit! Right. Okay.
And he was completely unconscious in the car, and his knee is fucked. And then Bennett and Lawrence got arrested on the scene because these are cars, yeah. And it's like, yeah. So they were arrested, and then it all came out then the next morning. Apparently, Richard Keogh then asked the Mel Morris chairman, he's another prick as well, he asked him please to say it was a training ground incident. Like, I'll do anything, just don't tell him that. And he's like, no. So they came out, and Mason Bennett the day before was on an alcoholics drink-aware thing.
Right.
So, and
have any of them
Tom
been let
Lawrence
go?
scored the other day.
Right. Okay.
He's back in the team. Bennett is back in the team. Like, they're both like on bail or something and waiting to get charged, and these guys are playing.
Jesus.
Like why is no one? Honestly, why is no one talking about this? They honestly could have killed so many people.
Yeah, yeah.
And these guys being role models and Derby are playing them.
That's
Lawrence.
terrible.
I never liked Lawrence. I always thought he was fucking key bag the way he went around the pitch and all that.
Sure.
Bennett, I was having a go at Bielsa.
Okay.
No word of lie. Tweeted a day before that Bielsa won a Fair Play award for the Aston Villa incident where he let Villa score.
Yeah, I remember.
He's laughing at him and says, "You're not a good sportsman," all this, and he's a prick and all this. He was like having a go at Bielsa saying how he doesn't deserve any awards and he wouldn't know sportsmanship at all and he's not a good guy. And then a day later, drink aware, then does that. And Richard Keogh, captain of the club. So, like, why has this not been talked about? I honestly don't know.
That's crazy.
Keogh has lost his career. He went playing at the Euros with Farlameka. He'll probably never play again. He's 34.
Yeah, probably.
35. So,
okay, that's amazing. All right. Schweinsteiger retiring at 35. World Cup winner.
Man United legend.
Bastion of Bayern Munich. Man United legend. Who has the scar for Schweinsteiger?
No one.
No one got Schweinsteiger.
No, it was a Schneiderlin.
Do you remember when they started?
There was no Schweinsteiger.
Ah, it's a shame.
I would have got it.
A great man, had by all. Okay, so before we get to our quizzes, let's do a preview then of the international week, 2 weeks, and Ireland versus Georgia, and Ireland versus Switzerland. What do Ireland have to do to qualify?
Beat Georgia and draw to Switzerland.
That's it.
And then get a draw against Denmark, and I think we're okay, but I think we could get quite embarrassed this weekend, to be honest.
Is there nobody to play?
No. We've, Randolph being goal, Coleman. We've no centre halves, so obviously Keogh we talked about. Duffy won't make the Georgia game, might make Switzerland. So we're going to go with Egan, and I'd say Long.
Mm-hmm.
So Kevin Long, who's reserved for Burnley.
Okay.
Egan is playing really well with Sheffield United. I think he's a really good player. I think Matt Doherty will go left back because Enda Stevens is suspended.
Right.
I think the main man, Glenn Whalen, who's been our best player in qualifying.
Says a lot.
Hendrick, Horahan. McLean picked up an injury today, so I don't know about him.
Wow.
I don't know who they're going to play up front. I think they might go Hogan, and they might bring Connolly on, I think. And I think they might play Alan Judge. Right. He's playing League One with Ipswich.
Would they not play Connolly after that performance, surely?
They might. I don't know. It's really odd, but like it's really with the depleted team going to Georgia, and we drew last time we were there 1-1 and we got a hiding. We need to win that because
Switzerland would be a lot tougher.
Well, yeah, well, I think Switzerland are all that good as well. But
yeah,
you know,
you would have security.
I think we need at least 3 points.
Okay.
You know.
And this John Delaney finally resigning thing, it feels like it's just been drawn out.
Well, he's gotten, I think he got was a package of 500 grand negotiation, and he's on a pension of I think it's 2 or 3 million a year.
It's 2 million.
2 million a year.
I don't understand.
It's like, to be fair, I've been saying it for years and years and years.
I don't think anyone disagreed with you. To be fair,
John always had a bit of a.
Did John? I don't think John's a.
He didn't stand up for him, but he was like, "Oh, you were overreacting."
He'll probably
overreacting. Look, you know, like if people listen to me who are cunts, I have a massive list in this show. You know,
of people who are cunts. One day we'll get you to read the top to bottom. But look, less said better. Now here's the fucking list for you, right? Now, it's a little quiz for you. All right, do a little quiz, right? So this is called the highest transfer quiz.
Okay.
All right. So what's going to happen is I'm going to give you the name of 4 players.
Yeah.
You're going to identify in what order would their highest transfer put them on the list. Okay.
Okay.
So I want you to go for the lowest to the highest.
Okay.
Okay. Now this is
Is this combined transfer or just one?
No, every individual's top transfer.
Okay.
So let's say let's say
I know what you mean. Yeah.
So just for the people at home, if Neymar was one of the 4, he would definitely be top of the list because he's the highest ever.
200 million.
Okay, all right,
okay. Okay.
So here we go. So your first 4 are Cavani, Figo, Kaka, and Aubameyang. I want you to go in reverse order here. Whose highest transfer fee is the lowest in that list? Do you want a pen and paper?
Okay, Cavani, Kaka,
Aubameyang,
and
Figo.
Figo's the lowest.
Figo's the lowest at
he's 37 million or something.
We're doing these in euro, okay?
Okay, so about 60 million.
62 million is Figo.
Okay.
Very impressed, Dan. Very impressed.
Kaka was 55.
Are you saying Kaká's
60
next?
million.
Okay.
You see, Figo would be lower than if you're going by euro. But again, the
No,
rate is completely different, though.
This is euro. This is euro. 62 million euro for Figo when you went from
It wasn't
Barca
Kaká
to Madrid.
55 million, 60 million. So he'd be lower.
Can I tell you something about this?
Because obviously it's a different...
No. Let me tell you how I've done this, right? This particular round, there is only a maximum of 2 million between them.
Yeah, this is really close. Cavani was 56 million.
Well, he obviously wasn't, because Figo's 62.
Okay, right. Okay, well, I'll go Aubameyang next.
Yes. Aubameyang was 64 million.
And then I'd go Cavani and then Kaká.
You are correct.
Yeah.
Okay. So Cavani at 65. Where do you come from? Lazio to PSG?
No, it was Napoli, wasn't it?
Napoli, I'm sorry. Napoli to PSG. And then Kaká from
You held the world
Milan,
record for
from
3
Madrid.
days. Actually, of course he was the highest because he held it for 3 days.
For 3 days for Ronaldo. Okay, here's the next one, right? Really excited how you're going to do in this one. Okay, here we are. Luis Suarez, Harry Maguire, Dembele, and Higuain.
Okay, so I know who the highest is.
Okay, that's all right. All right, so who'd be the lowest?
Who's the other one we got?
Do you want to read them
Maguire,
again?
it's not him.
Okay.
Who's the other one?
There's Luis Suarez, Higuain as well
Okay, so I'll go Higuain.
as the lowest.
Yeah.
Okay, who's next?
Suarez.
Okay, who's next?
Then it's Slabhead. And then
Okay.
it's Dembele.
Dan, that was woeful, unfortunately. Okay. Luis Suarez is the lowest with 83 million. Harry Maguire with 87.
Okay.
Higuain was 90.
What?
Yeah, and Dembele was 105.
It wasn't awful.
It was two
Yeah,
out of 4. Okay, well, you're the
0 out of 4 would have been terrible.
Okay, so just compared to your last one was Manchester United. Did you like that game?
Very good.
Okay, what do you have for me?
Okay, so Neil, I am going to ask you for the 10 top scorers of all time for the Champions League.
Oh, this shouldn't be too hard, right?
So it's not European Cup. This is Champions League only from the inception in 1992.
Okay, this shouldn't be too hard.
So there'll be no Di Stefano or
Okay,
Van
yeah,
Basten
yeah.
or any of these fellows or
Okay.
Ian Rush or Dalglish or something. So, okay, so I want you to go... I don't think you're going to get them in order, obviously, so I want you to rattle off your names there, okay?
Rattle off your names, okay? Cristiano Ronaldo.
Yeah, 127, top.
Yep. Messi.
Second, 112.
Okay. Now then.
No.
No, I'm not.
And I'll give you a clue that...
Raul.
Yeah, he's third with 71.
You see, I'm doing it in order. Have you not fucking noticed, mate?
They're all strikers as well.
Striker.
Obviously.
Okay. So Raul, right. Shevchenko.
Number 9 with 48, yeah. Played with Dynamo Kiev, Milan and Chelsea.
Okay, I need to go with surefire bets here. I really need to go with surefire bets. Oh, God. Van Nistelrooy.
Yes, he is there with number 5 with 56.
Okay, so
may have got a few for PSV, but definitely Man United and a few for Real Madrid. And he got some for Malaga, I believe, at the very end.
Ibrahimovic.
Number 8 with 48. I mean, don't need to rattle off his clubs. He's been everywhere. Won the league in every single... He never finished lower than second in any season, except for when he joined Man United, where he finished 6th.
And that's incredible, right?
Yeah, and he won the league everywhere he went, except for Man United. And did he win out Galaxy?
Last year? I don't know.
Don't know.
He scored a stupid goal this weekend. I don't know.
Yeah.
So. Okay, so sorry. So how many do I have? I've got 5 to go. Is there 4?
So you've got Ronaldo, Messi, Raul, Van Nistelrooy,
Shevchenko
Ibrahimovic
and
and
Ibrahimovic. So I have
Shevchenko.
4.
So you have 4 to go.
Okay. All right.
2 are still playing.
Oh, no, you give me clues. 2 are still playing. All right. Thierry Henry.
Yes, number 7 with 50. Monaco, I think he might have scored 1 or 2 with Juventus. Arsenal's a big one. Barcelona.
All right. So there's one more retired player in this list.
Do you want a clue?
Let me think. No, I don't want clues yet. But I haven't got anything wrong. So I want to try and get 0 wrong. So what's the highest on the list I'm missing? Number 4.
Number
is it?
4. Number 4, number 6, and number 10.
4, number 6, number 10.
Number 4 has 60 goals.
Yeah.
Number 6 has 56 goals. And number 10 has 46.
Okay.
And do you want me to tell me who? Will I tell you who's retired? What number?
No, it's not going to make a difference.
Okay.
Okay, so let me think. So I was trying to think, like, there's probably some very obvious ones here, and there's probably, like, some people who are right on the edge that I'll say, and then there's probably a journeyman. It's probably journeyman who's racked them up. Okay.
Journeyman scored top 10 of 60 goals, possibly in Champions League. Wouldn't be some journeyman, wouldn't
A
he?
journeyman's, and he's been to several different teams.
Well, Ibrahimovic is the ultimate.
Yeah, he is. Okay, I'm going to say Higuain.
No.
Oh! Neymar? Oh, wow. It begins Totti.
Well, Neymar is only there. No, not Totti. No.
See, it's
He
all
was
gone
in the Europa League all the time. He wait for cup.
That's true. It's gone to shit. Okay, so 2 people still playing.
If you want a clue, I can give you a couple.
What about Carlos Tevez?
No.
Oh, man.
No.
Wayne Rooney.
No, surprisingly not.
That's a bit of a surprise.
Yeah. Scored 3 on his Champions League debut and Man United debut against Fenerbahce.
Okay.
Look at all these stats I'm putting in there. I'd be like the man, when they draw the balls out of the hat.
Yeah.
I'd be like the guy to give the stats.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna ask for clues. Right. I'm gonna ask you to tell
Give me a clue. You want 4, 6, or 10 a clue from?
I want a clue for the retired player. I want his country. I want his country of origin.
Country of origin.
Yeah. I want his nationality.
Italy.
It's an Italian man.
An Italian man.
Inzaghi.
Which one? Yes, Inzaghi.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
46 goals. He played for Juventus and Milan, and he won 2 Champions Leagues with Milan.
Okay. All right. So now we're into.
Scored in the final as well in 2007 against Liverpool.
Yeah, against Liverpool. Okay. So now we're into 2 players who are still playing.
Yes.
Okay. 2 players who are still playing. Okay, go on, Dan. Give me nationalities and I'll get them, I'm sure.
You definitely get the nationalities if I give it to you.
Oh, is that obvious, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see.
I'll say one of them has racked up goals. He's only played for 2 teams.
Aubameyang.
No.
Oh.
2 of them have only played, and as far as I'm aware, 2 of them have only played for 2 teams in the Champions League.
Okay.
One of them, number 4, has been at his club. This is his 10th year. And he scored, I'd say, he scored 60 goals, and I'd say he's got at least 50 odd with this club.
Oh my God. Will I
Um,
kick myself, will I?
he's the ultimate partner up front. In my view.
The ultimate partner.
Yeah.
The ultimate partner.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Well, I go to the other guy and give you a clue.
Yeah, go on.
This guy's on 56 goals,
Yeah.
and I think he's going to go. I think he will finish 3rd overall once he's retired, at least. He'll definitely take Raul, I think.
Okay.
He's still in his prime.
Uh-huh.
Nearly went to Blackburn Rovers. It wasn't for an ash cloud in 2010.
Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God.
Oh
God. Wait. Hold on. Who's that? This gets brought up a lot. Who is it? Oh, go on. Give them to me. Go on. I can't do it.
Give them both to you?
Yeah, I can't think of it.
Okay.
Give me their countries anyway and I'll get it.
France
Yeah.
and Poland.
Okay, Lewandowski. Oh,
Yeah,
fuck,
he's
that's
number 6.
I'm such an idiot.
56 goals
Idiot.
for Dortmund and Bayern.
Yeah.
So I think he'll finish 3rd once he retires. He
Yeah.
needs 15 to catch Raul. He definitely will.
Yeah.
Number 4.
Frenchman.
He's there at his club 10 years. He's won the Champions League. He's won everything.
He's been at the club.
He's won everything, but he didn't win the World Cup.
He's been at the club for 10
He's never won
years.
anything at international level.
He's been at the club for 10 years.
Yeah, he's
French
French. He's a striker. He's still playing. Really good all round.
The
number
ultimate
9.
partner up front.
I think in terms of selfishness and hard work and runs and
Who
what
am,
he
I
can
not,
do.
who am I not getting here? Go on, who is it?
They thought he was a mix between Zidane and Fat Ronaldo when he's at Lyon.
He's at Leon.
Yeah, I saw him play at Rovers. He scored the only goal. He's bought for 35 million from Lyon in 2009.
To play for who? Juventus?
Real Madrid.
To play for Real Madrid.
Oh, come on, Neil.
A Frenchman who's played up front for Real Madrid.
Yes, he's been there 10 years. He's
Benzema,
number
Jesus
9.
Christ,
Yes,
sorry. Fuck it.
very good.
No, not really. The Lewandowski and Benzema ones are obvious. I think one of them at least went through my head at the
Yeah. And you kind of missed him though, but I thought that was good. You did well, I
start.
thought. Like you got Shevchenko quick. I thought he was probably the kind of one you'd miss.
I remember at the time he was really high
Yeah.
when he stopped scoring goals for Milan.
Do you think
Or when he went to Chelsea.
Do you think Benzema would be the ultimate partner in front?
I don't know how good Benzema is, and I think we'll find out this year.
I think he's very good.
You know, last year without
He's been so
Ronaldo,
consistent. Like,
didn't he have a real bad year 3 years ago?
yeah, 2 years ago. But like, I think like Ronaldo even like was like, I need to play up front with him. Like,
Yeah. Well, Ronaldo loves him. So.
and also we did a quiz before. It was like a thing I won a book at because I won the quiz with everyone else because I'm so smart.
Oh, very good.
And the question was name the person with the letter M for Munchie Mike who scored the most Champions League goals.
Yeah.
And a good friend Niall, who we know very well, was Dan, I can't really think who it is. Would it be Mandzukic? I'm like, yeah, go with Mandzukic there, Niall. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Of course, it was Messi. Like,
That's pretty obvious.
but he said Mandzukic. I was like, where in God's name did it even come from?
That's amazing.
Mandzukic.
Okay, we've gone an hour here. Dan, anything else you'd like to say?
No.
Congratulations to Sarah and John.
Yes, well done.
Okay. All right, listen, everybody. Thank you very much for tuning in. You can get us at youtube.com/ITK Soccer Show, facebook.com/ITK Soccer
Message
Show.
me if you want to get my
ITK
list
Soccer
of
Show as
cunts,
well.
I'll give it to you.
Yeah, no, save us for an episode.
No, I'll give it to them if they need it.
Well, I guess you'll only have to type it up once. Please spread the word of the show. We will be back after the international break. And congratulations one more time to our co-host and his wife. Until then, we will see you in 2 weeks.